So Superman and Fantastic Four have both hit the theaters, and now it's finally time for me to give you my opinion on which one was better. But first, please like, subscribe, and share. Anything you can do will help my channel reach more people. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that bell icon so you can get my videos as soon as they drop. Yes, we've had an incredible month for superhero movies, starting out with Superman and ending with Fantastic Four. I can't think of the last time that we had two entries for superhero movies that were actually both good. I'm sure there was some point in the mid-2010s where something from the DCU wasn't absolutely garbage and it came out the same month as something from the MCU, but it's been probably 10 years. So one positive before we actually get into talking about which one was better is the fact that the viewers are the winners. We're able to go and see two great superhero movies for the first time in a long time. Whether or not you agree with which one I say is better, you should at least know that the other one was really good. Whether we're talking about which horse came in first and which horse came in second, I would say both entries actually deserve to be in the race. So I'm really happy about that. But let's start out by talking about Superman. Superman successfully launched the DCU. While there have been other entries for the DCU before Superman, I'm talking about Peacemaker and Creature Commandos, Superman rightfully started the DCU for everyone normally just watching them in the theaters. That's right, most people don't watch those other two shows on HBO Max. While many comic book nerds might have already seen both of those, the average viewer that just goes to see movies in the theaters, their first entry for actually seeing anything in the DCU will be Superman. And what a fantastic way to start out your universe. It was happy, it was colorful, Superman was on point, and it wasn't as dark and depressing as the Snyderverse. While I know there's many Snyderverse fans out there, let's be honest, your universe got progressively worse. Where we're hoping that DCU starts out well and continues to get better. I actually am not even against the Snyderverse. I'd be okay if they continued it, but there really is no money in it. People were not happy with the depressing vibe that your universe had. But DCU is starting out on a hopeful vibe, and that's a really great way to start your universe. The fact is that the DCEU started out on a depressing vibe and it only got more depressing. But Superman was good. It showed all these heroes that were already there. That was one thing that I really enjoyed about it. It wasn't an origin story. You got a little blurb at the beginning saying how deep into the DCU you were, and then they just got right into the action. And it was completely action-packed. It started out literally with Superman losing a battle and how he had to get back on track and find a way to beat Lex Luthor. And while I'm not going to go into the specifics of the movie because maybe you haven't seen it, or maybe you just don't want to watch another video of somebody talking about Superman into too many details, I still think Superman was fantastic. It actually was much better than I thought it would be, and I don't know why I doubted James Gunn. I've loved his movies for years, including all the way back to the Troma series. I liked most of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm a little iffy on 2, but it was still okay. Definitely better than a lot of the things after Endgame. But I thought James Gunn did a great job. James Gunn is going to do a fantastic job leading the DCU into the future. And while I'm sure the DCU will have wins and losses just like the MCU did, I'm pretty sure it's going to start out on a pretty strong footing. They are really looking into what they're releasing and really going through the scripts before they make them. While everything has been greenlit once it has a good script, I'm pretty sure he'll kick things back if he doesn't like the script. So I'm really happy with how Superman launched the DCU. But that was 2 weeks ago. Let's talk about what came out this week. Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was actually really good. And I went in there kind of doubtful because Fantastic Four came out after Superman. And while that movie was really good, I was like, we can't get two good superhero movies in the same month. But we did. Pedro Pascal led an all-star cast on the first good Fantastic Four movie that we've ever had. And while the other ones weren't horrible, this one was actually something that you would put in the good category, which is about less than 50% of any MCU movie since Endgame. Things have been all over the place with the MCU, and it's exciting to see that Marvel's first family is starting things off right. And one other thing that was really exciting about the movie is that it was a standalone film. You could sit down and watch Fantastic Four First Steps without ever having seen a Marvel movie. Of course, you get little hints here and there, and of course, you're trying to look for all the connections up to Doomsday. But if you brought your friend who had never seen a Marvel movie, they'd be able to watch that one into the other with no problems. And I thought that was really smart. We're so used to everything in the standard Marvel universe where everything has to be connected up, or they have to talk about the snap, or they have to talk about the Sokovia Accords or something else. None of that garbage was pulling this movie down. This movie takes place in its own universe. They don't even try and connect up to the main MCU at the end. There were hints on how they're going to do that, but it isn't the main focus. It's not even really the main focus of the post-credit scenes. And I love that. I love that we just got a Fantastic Four movie. I'm tired of all these origin movies that are like, and now you're connected to this, and they keep showing all these connecting things in the post-credit scenes. There were no hints at any of the characters in the main MCU. This movie took place outside of the MCU, and it ended outside of the MCU. And that was a really good idea. This movie stands alone, it had great special effects, the focus on family was a great theme throughout the movie, and it held its own. So Fantastic Four First Steps was a great second movie to get this July. We were lucky, we got 2 great superhero movies this month. So which one was better? Well, in my opinion, Superman. Superman not only came out first, I know we're just talking about 2 weeks, but it did release first. But it also successfully launched its own universe. It had so many more barriers to break through, and it broke through them all. It got us wanting to research all these new characters. It introduced all these different themes and characters and a much larger DCU that people are just itching to find out about. And that's what made it so great. Even though Superman is the main hero in that movie, it taught us about all these other heroes in this fully live universe. Fantastic Four was great. I'm not even saying it was bad. It just wasn't as good as Superman. I would love to have had a month where we just got Fantastic Four. If we got something as good as Fantastic Four next month or the month after, it would be the best movie of the month. But unfortunately, it came out the same month as Superman, so it just got second best in my opinion. I'm really excited to see how the four interact with the other heroes of the MCU when we finally get to Doomsday, and I think they'll hold their own. Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm was amazing in that movie. She literally took on Galactus herself. When the Fantastic Four finally join the MCU, they will change how the power dynamics work. A group of 4 that are so solid that nobody else can even deal with them. Of course, they'll have to be dealing with Doomsday and Doctor Doom, so everything's going to change up during that movie. But the Fantastic Four coming to the MCU, I'm really excited about it. I don't think any of the previous versions of them would have been able to hold their own. So yes, Fantastic Four was great. But Superman was on another level. It launched the DCU, it had a really good theming, it was happier and better vibes than the Snyderverse, and it makes us want to watch a lot more of the DCU. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. So which one wins in the end? Well, in my opinion, it's Superman. And let's be honest, Krypto, he could absolutely beat the crap out of Herbie. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Make sure to click that subscribe button and check out those videos on screen now.